it's Jessii Vee, and in today's video we're going to be talking about another unsolved mystery from history. This one is really terrifying. It's known as the 28 Poltergeist Fires, also known as the Odon Fires. It's literally about this family living in a house that experienced 28 fires throughout one day, throughout 24 hours, and it's terrifying how it happens. So I'm gonna get into that in just a moment, but in case you did not see my last video, I announced that we have a bunch of crayon products on our website, and not like crayons that you draw with. These are more like really cool merch items. So we have our crayon blankets. They come in 3 different colors. They are so soft, and they come with a handle, so it's easy to travel with. But you guys know that I love doing my crayon series over the past 2 years, so we had to put some crayon items on our website. We also have this really cool crayon gnome home decor piece. It's actually carved out of wood, which is why the price point is where it is, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's like a collector's piece. So if you guys are interested in any of our crayon products, I have linked them down below. All right, guys, so let's get right into today's video talking about the 28 fires. Let's first talk about the history of this house. In 1930, the Hackler family moved into a 2-story farmhouse in Virginia. It was William and Minnie Hackler with their 5 children, and this house was extremely old and had some very tragic and disturbing history. So before we talk about what happened to the Hackler family with these 28 fires, let's go back in time a little bit further and talk about the original owners of the house and what happened to them. The house was said to have been built right after the Civil War, so we can assume that could be the late 1860s, maybe early 1870s, and the first owners were the Ketchum family, a mother and father with their 2 to 5 children. There's no records of exactly how many kids they have, but they did have a handful of them. Now, sometime in the 1880s, disaster struck in their household. 5 members of their family died from what was called burning fever, which was most likely typhus. The house was then sold to a man named Andrew Wickle and his wife, and tragedy struck the house again when one of his 2 sons was killed in a hunting accident. Andrew reportedly buried his son a few hundred yards from the house. It was in this casket that had glass embedded on the top. It was like a window, so he could see his child's face from just like standing up looking into the ground. And Andrew also insisted that his deceased son made his presence known to him in the house. He even claimed that he was able to regularly converse with him, which is pretty creepy. And then they sold the house to the Hackler family in 1930, and that's where we are now. That's where we left off. And by spring of 1940, the Hackler family had been in the house for about a decade without incident, but then one warm June morning, something began to go horribly wrong. Just after 8 a.m., William was heading outside to start his farming chores when someone smelled smoke. The family ran around the house to try and figure out where it was coming from, and one of their daughters found a strip of wallpaper on fire under a window in an unoccupied upstairs bedroom. The fire department was called. After they arrived and put out this fire, they suspected that maybe it was a defective chimney behind the wall that might have caused the fire. But after ripping off the plaster, they found that there was no chimney behind and no fire damage. That same morning, Minnie discovered another fire smoldering inside a mattress in another bedroom. And then while the fire department extinguished that fire, other things started to go crazy. Fires started everywhere around their house in different locations at different times. For example, William's coveralls that were hanging up behind a door suddenly caught on fire. A fireman then noticed smoke pouring from between the covers of a book, and upon opening it, found the book's interior in flames. Then on the opposite side of the house, another fire broke out, and it seemed to be from inside the wall. So they once again tore off the plaster, but was able to find no evidence of where this fire could have started. There was no internal damage anywhere. So from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., a total of 11 fires were extinguished. Then 2 neighbors ended up coming over to see what all the commotion was about, and as they stood in the living room talking to the family, the window curtains directly behind them burst into flames, and then suddenly the curtains across the room ignited in the same fashion. And in another bedroom, a mattress went up in flames once again, and these neighbors just stood there in horrified amazement. It was as if this invisible hand was just lighting matches all around the house. One quote from the neighbor was, "If I had not been in the house at the time and seen it with my own eyes, I would not have believed it." And another one said, "There's evil in that house." A calendar in the kitchen kitchen burst into flames witnessed by a firefighter, and in all, after that 24 hours, 100 volunteer firefighters from their town extinguished a total of 28 fires in their house that day. So let's talk about the theories of why this may have happened. So over the next week, no new fires started, but a constant stream of curious and bewildered people visited the home, and they were offering a bunch of different explanations as to what may have happened. One man stated that the Hackler farm was situated in the center of a powerful magnetic field that triggered the fires. Some speculated that an unused well on the property was releasing gases that ignited sections of the house. Someone accused the children of playing pranks on them. Some whispered the house was haunted, while others went further and said no. This house is definitely cursed. Was there an unknown mystical relationship between the house and the 5 Ketchum family members who died of burning fever? To this day, the most common explanation is that these were caused by poltergeists. People call them the 28 poltergeist fires. A poltergeist is a form of really violent ghost that just basically destroys things in your house, moves things around, knocks things over. But with the house long gone, no one will ever know, and that is why this case is deemed unsolved to this day. Anyways, guys, that is the story for today. If you want me to do more unsolved mysteries from history, definitely give this video a thumbs up and let me know, and maybe comment one down below that you want me to cover. Don't forget, if you would like any of our new crayon products on our website, it is linked down below. But yeah, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!